Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that's been making waves across Hollywood, the legal world, and social media alike, the Jonathan Majors sexual assault case. If you've been following the headlines, you know this is a developing situation with twists, turns, and a whole lot of controversy. We've got new details emerging as of March 2025, and I'm here to break it all down for you. Everything from the allegations to the courtroom drama, the latest updates, and what this means for majors, the entertainment industry, and beyond. Before we get started, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates on this case or the other big stories we cover here. All right, let's jump right in. If you've been anywhere near the internet over the past couple of years, you've probably heard the name Jonathan Majors. He's an actor who is on the fast track to superstardom. Think Marvel movies, big budget films, and critical acclaim until everything came crashing down with a sexual assault case that's kept him in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. This isn't just a Hollywood scandal, it's a story packed with legal battles, public debates, and some seriously heavy questions about accountability and justice. So, what's the deal? Back in March 2023, Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York City after an alleged domestic dispute with his then-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. She accused him of assaulting her in a car, grabbing her neck, twisting her arm, hitting her face, and the fallout was immediate. Majors was charged with assault, strangulation, and harassment, but he and his legal team fired back, saying he was the victim and that Jabari was the one who got physical. Fast forward to December 2023, and Majors was convicted on 2 misdemeanor counts, assault and harassment, but cleared of more serious charges. Now, in March 2025, he's appealing that conviction, and the story's still unfolding. In this video, we're going to unpack it all. The allegations, Major's background, the legal timeline, the latest news, and a deep dive into what this case means for his career, the industry, and society. Buckle up because there's a lot to cover. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the case, let's talk about who Jonathan Majors is because understanding the man behind the headlines adds a ton of context. Born in 1989 in California, Majors grew up in Dallas, Texas, in what he's described as a pretty tough environment. He found his way to acting through school and eventually landed at the Yale School of Drama, one of the most prestigious programs out there. This guy wasn't just talented, he was driven. His big break came in 2019 with The Last Black Man in San Francisco, a film that put him on the map and had critics raving about his raw, emotional performance. From there, it was like he couldn't stop winning. Roles in Spike Lee's Daw 5 Bloods, the HBO series Lovecraft Country, and the Netflix western The Harder They Fall. But the real game changer was when Marvel cast him as Kang the Conqueror, the big bad of their cinematic universe. Imagine going from indie films to being the face of a multi-billion-dollar franchise. That's the kind of rise Majors was on. He wasn't just another actor, he was charismatic, intense, and versatile. People were calling him the next Denzel Washington or Chadwick Boseman. So when these allegations hit, it wasn't just a personal crisis, it was a shockwave through Hollywood. How did someone with so much promise end up here? Let's dig into the case itself. All right, let's get to the heart of it. What exactly happened that night in March 2023? According to the official reports, it all went down on March 25th in Manhattan. Majors and Grace Jabari, who was his girlfriend at the time, were in a chauffeured car when an argument broke out. Jabari later told police that it started over a text message Majors got from another woman. Things escalated fast. Here's her side. Jabari said Majors grabbed her by the neck, twisted her arm behind her back, and hit her in the face. She ended up with visible injuries, a cut behind her ear, a swollen finger, and went to the hospital after calling 911. When police arrived, they found her in distress and Majors nearby, and he was arrested on the spot. But Majors' team tells a totally different story. They say Jabari was the aggressor, that she got physical with him after seeing that text, and he was just trying to de-escalate. His lawyer, Priya Chaudhry, even pointed to Majors calling 911 himself later that night, claiming he was worried about Jabari's mental state after she allegedly threatened self-harm. They've painted this as a case of a scorned ex twisting the narrative. So, who's telling the truth? That's what the courts had to figure out, and it's been a messy ride. Majors got slapped with charges including assault in the third degree, strangulation, and harassment. All serious stuff, even if some were misdemeanors. But as we'll see, this wasn't a straightforward he said, she said. There's evidence, witnesses, and a whole lot of legal back and forth. Let's walk through the key moments of this case because the timeline is wild. March 25th, 2023. The incident happens. Majors is arrested, booked, and released the next day. His team immediately denies the allegations, calling it a misunderstanding blown out of proportion. April 2023. Things heat up when Majors' lawyer drops a bombshell. Text messages allegedly from Jabari to Majors after the incident. In them, she seems to apologize, saying she didn't mean for things to escalate and that she told police it wasn't his fault. The defense says this proves Majors is innocent. The prosecution calls it irrelevant, arguing it could be coercion or fear-talking. May 2023, Jabari gets a restraining order against Majors, keeping him away from her as the case builds. Meanwhile, rumors swirl about Majors' past. His team pushes back, saying there's no pattern of behavior here. October 2023. The trial kicks off and it's a media circus. Jabari takes the stand, tearfully recounting the night and showing photos of her injuries. The prosecution brings in the driver of the car as a witness, who says he saw Majors shove Jabari, but the defense hammers on inconsistencies like why Jabari went out clubbing later that night if she was so hurt, and leans hard on those texts. December 18th, 2023. After weeks of testimony, the jury comes back with a split verdict. Majors is guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment. Basically, they think he did something physical but not with intent to seriously harm. He's cleared of strangulation and intentional assault. It's a partial win for both sides, but Majors' career takes a hit either way. February 2024, sentencing time. Majors dodges jail, but gets a year of probation and a 52-week domestic violence program. He's also ordered to stay away from Jabari. His team calls it a fair outcome, but hints at an appeal. March 2025. Here's where we're at now. Majors has officially filed an appeal, arguing the trial was flawed. Something about jury instructions being off and evidence being mishandled. The appeal's just starting, so we've got months before we know more. This timeline shows how drawn out and complicated this case has been. Every step's had a new twist, and it's kept everyone guessing. So, what's happening right now? As of March 2025, here's the freshest scoop: the appeal. Majors' legal team is pushing hard to overturn the conviction. They're saying the judge messed up how he explained the law to the jury, and that some of Jabari's testimony shouldn't have been allowed. Legal experts are split. Some say it's a long shot. Others think he's got a decent case. We're looking at a decision maybe late 2025 or early 2026. Majors speaks out. In January 2025, he broke his silence in a short press moment saying, "I'm disappointed, but I trust the truth will come out. I'm not the monster they've made me out to be." It's his first big statement since the trial, and it's got fans buzzing. Hollywood's reaction: Marvel's reportedly done with him. Word is they're either recasting Kang or rewriting the MCU to phase him out. Other projects he was tied to, like a Creed 3 spin-off, are on ice or moving on without him. It's brutal to watch his career stall like this. Social media firestorm: X is a war zone over this. Justice for Grace pops up whenever Jabari's supporters rally, while Og Free Majors trends with fans who think he's been railroaded. The debate's as hot as ever, and it's shaping how people see this whole saga. These updates show the case isn't done. It's still got legs, and we're all waiting to see where it lands. So, where does this leave us? The Jonathan Majors case is still alive and kicking as of March 2025. The appeal's the next big domino. Win or lose, it'll ripple through his life and the industry. For now, he's in limbo, and we're all watching to see if he can claw his way back, or if this is the end of the road. This story's got everything: Drama, stakes, moral gray areas. It's not just about one night in a car, it's about how we handle truth, justice, and fame in a world that's quick to judge. Stick around because I'll keep you posted as this unfolds. That's it for today's deep dive into the Jonathan Majors sexual assault case. What do you think? Did the courts get it right, or is there more to this story? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more updates on this case and other big stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.